Amaze us in the news business, how people in this community can come together for someone in need. And that is exactly what happened in the Melrose community after a motorcycle accident left a young man paralyzed. Here's part 2 of this special In Search Of story.
Chance is an interesting thing. It was by chance that last August, a tractor pulling a hay wagon was traveling on this very rural road. At the same time, 19-year-old Nick Dobbs turned onto it.
911, state emergency.
His motorcycle wasn't even out of first gear. He had a helmet on.
By chance, that tractor was in the one spot where tall grass and corn blocked Nick's view.
Tractor versus motorcycle on Red School Road.
And it was simply chance that swelling in Nick's already shattered spine traveled upward, robbing him of the ability to move his arms or even breathe on his own.
The first few months of this entire ordeal has been all bad news. So you can't breathe, you can't walk, you can't use your arms.
He needs total help with everything.
It's bad enough he can't move his body, but without the money to buy a handicap-accessible vehicle, he is literally trapped.
It was stay home and make do with what you got.
But make do is not nearly good enough for this community, especially for Nick's former teacher and coach, Bill Allen.
The greatest need that we can work on right now is finding transportation.
Chance is an interesting thing.
And it all kind of started with an 8th grade kid.
Mr. Allen was trying to find some type of affordable handicapped vehicle with no luck. But by chance, he mentioned his dilemma to student John Kane.
I remember when Mr. Allen was looking at these vans, they were $30,000, $40,000, and I thought, that's a lot of money.
And he goes, well, Mr. Allen, it's simple. You go buy a bus.
And this is the moment when chance turned into fate. It just so happens the Melmin School Board recently approved the purchase of 4 new buses, which meant getting rid of 4 old ones.
Mr. Allen came up to me and said, I hear we have some buses for sale. I said, yeah, we do. And he says, one of them a little bus? I said, yeah, it's one of our smaller buses.
And at that point, my heart kind of thrumps, and I think, my God, this little 8th grader's a genius.
Initially, Nick decided to try and buy the bus, but Mr. Allen was one step ahead.
I bought the bus. The price of the bus doesn't mean anything. It's the fact that it's something that he simply needs.
Then Mr. Allen and Transportation Director Mark Roberts spent hours fixing up the bus.
The flashing red lights need to come off of it. The stop arms needed to come off of it.
And then things started to happen.
Enter fellow teacher Chad Mather.
During lunch one day, Bill was talking about a school bus and using it for Nick, but he just had one little conundrum, and that was to paint it. You had to paint it and to make it legal for Nick to use. And he had the idea of using spray paint and spray painting the whole bus using spray paint cans, and I thought there had to be a better way.
And that's when Midtown Collision in La Crosse joined the team.
Well, Chad Mather, one of the teachers up there, my daughters ride horses at his wife's stable. And Chad emailed me and said, what would be the chances that you'd have some leftover paint laying around that we could get from you to paint on the bus here?
I got an email back from Mark, and he said simply,
we got the equipment, we got the people here to do it, and I got the paint. I'd be willing to donate the paint, the labor.
And what's more, Nick would get to pick the color. Packers green, Brewers blue. Well, not exactly.
I know we live in Wisconsin nowadays, but I'm just really not a Packer fan. I've been a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles for quite a few years, and it just sounded like a really cool idea to get them to paint the bus that color.
We contacted the Philadelphia Eagles, and they gave us a color standard to paint the bus by, so it matches their colors exactly. They're also going to be sending us out a package of stuff from the Philadelphia Eagles directly for Nick.
And the good deeds don't stop there.
Our paint manufacturer stepped up to the plate and they donated the paint that we needed for it and all the products. Our glass guy was going to fix the chips in the windshield, and he got here and he says, I'll just put a new windshield in for him. Give him something he's proud to ride around in.
After more than 4 weeks in the shop and 100 hours of volunteered labor,
Sounds like it's going to be amazing.
it's finally ready for Nick to see.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't even look like a school bus anymore, does it? Oh my God.
Wow. That looks amazing. I'm not even going to lie.
Who'd have thought? I just suggested a simple idea sitting right over there, and all of a sudden now Nick has this wonderful bus.
But the fact of the matter is, it's just an absolute privilege to do something for him, because he's just such a solid, outstanding young man.
Small town, large town, people willing to help others. And that's what's really awesome to see. There's good things happening in our communities.
I really don't know what to say. I mean, thank you, time off. People giving up time and money and all that to give me something so I can go out and kind of be a normal person again.
Nick's life will never be the same. But thanks to this village of support, his life will never be the same.
I love it.
In Melrose with photographer Chuck Oatsma, Jennifer Livingston, News 8.
Now, there are a lot of people besides the guys at Midtown Collision that played a part in helping fix up that bus, and we just want to send out special thanks to the following businesses: PPG Industries, Body Shop Supply, AA Plus Glass, Mobile Dent Services, Clayson Buick GMC, and Murphy's Frame and Axle. They all stepped up and donated their services to make that bus happen. And Nick is such an inspiring young man, so I'm so glad that he's gotten this gift.